Welcome to Andrew's Intuition. I'm a psychic, medium, and divine channel. These readings are a resource for souls with a genuine desire for truth. Please use your own discernment when receiving readings from me, especially collective ones. Do not be alarmed by the reflection that finds you in my mirror. You might be surprised by what you see. Legal disclaimer, these readings are intended for entertainment purposes only. And with that said, the reading will begin now.
What happens when someone has a great intellectual gift? Imagine a person that's life isn't exactly fulfilling. Their life isn't exactly fulfilling. And they continuously go from place to place. They find a routine. They find their regular spots, their diners, their parks, their frequent haunts. And because they're able to bounce around from these places so often, they find a level of contentment in that. But what if I were to tell you that whoever you are, you're doing the same thing? Thank you, Spirit. It doesn't matter what sex you are. The King of Swords is coming up in the reverse, and it's coming up next to the Nine of Cups. For a long time, that's been my God card. But when being in this energy, which is what you're used to, it's the devil you know, it's the let's say it's the training regimen that your brain and your intellect, your mind, your mental body is used to. It's used to going this path when this happens and thinking this way and letting these thoughts come up and essentially utilizing its own intellect in that way. But what if your intellect is actually preventing you and holding you from what's right there, from what's right beyond your gaze? I didn't really start seeing things around me in a clairvoyant way until I was able to almost ignore what was in front of me. Almost see past it. There's a level of contentment, almost too much contentment, that comes from this cycle. Right? The King of Swords is great at giving a quest, right? And so you're giving yourself side quests. In fact, it feels like you're caught up in a side quest when the quest ushers you into becoming the leader that you are and that you've always been, but haven't allowed yourself to manifest through you in this life. The full moon will come with an opportunity, and I've been getting that message quite frequently. The full moon coming up is coming with an opportunity. Whoever you are, you got distracted by the side quests. The butterfly that caught your attention on the way, until you forgot where you were going in the first place. There's genuine grief. I'm hearing love lost, time lost. Some awarenesses we fight because, and we resist them because we're afraid, we're frightened. We're frightened at what's on the other side of the awareness. The realization that we wasted too much time, or that we wasted time. Come off of it. Come off of that. There's no need. This reading is very much so about being distracted from the most important and pivotal aspect of what's calling your awareness. Being distracted. Wasting time. Being afraid of the awareness of wasting time, so doubling down on the distractions. The Emperor has mastery of all things. He doesn't just exist in one way. He's a master of fire, water, earth, air, the mind, passion, intuition, emotion, love, communication, truth, information, growth, business, abundance, money. An emperor runs more than one kingdom. He rules over them all. It's not admirable to play small at this time. Whomever you are, you're not alone. It's a lot of heart chakra intensity in this message. And for some of you, you're used to going down the same path with the same people, or the same person, in a different skin suit, the same person or the same frequency, or the same entity sometimes even. Will you abort what you came here to do? Some people have to be left behind. Some energies need to be left behind. You've been resisting it. Something is coming. Something's coming that won't make it possible for you to live this way anyway. There's no shame, by the way. There's an understanding as to why we do this or why you do this. It's part of the process. But it's simply where you're at. Your frequent haunts and your side quests will not satisfy you any longer. And even if they do enough for you to remain in them, there'll be an unpleasant awakening from that. It's already happening, Spirit said. It's already happened. You're struggling to find balance as you understand what this means and where to go next. Sacrifice. Sacrificing the victim in you, sacrificing The part of you that needs these side quests, these side people, these side things, these side things, these things that are outside of the main core objective of why you came here. Utilizing these things as a way to occupy yourself, to keep yourself busy, but they're side things because they're outside of the real reason you're here. Sacrificing these things, pushing yourself to that limit, being frank and honest with yourself. That's what's going to bring you balance. That's going to make it so all of the evidence of your hard work and everything that you have manifested will come to fruition. This is when your ships come in and the opportunities come in. Sacrificing the victim in you, sacrificing the save-a-ho in you, sacrificing the version of you that gets triggered by every little thing that happens and leans on your everyday, your creature comforts, they're saying. Creature comforts. Your guilty pleasures. When the guilty pleasures bring no pleasures, then they're just guilties. It's empty, hollow, shallow. When there is not a single thing, not a single side quest, a single relationship, no matter how much energy you put into it, and you can try, trust me, you can try, you can throw yourself, your divine ass up against that wall 1,000 times and ain't nothing gonna change, and it is always going to give you the same result. And so when there is nothing that you can choose, no side quest, no hoe to save, no opportunity to prove or improve yourself to someone, ain't nothing. No new idea or scheme, no place or vacation or whatever next material thing you want. There's nothing that you can choose that will bring you fulfillment right now. That is where you are if you're watching this reading. And hallelujah, holla fucking lujah. Forgive me. Hallelujah. Why don't you stick around here long enough to see your wellspring, to watch and to wait for your cup to runneth over. All of these habits and ill forms that you've learned, that have mounted in habitual patterns that prevent you from remaining right here, just stand right there and watch. This is your soul fountain. It overfloweth with intuition, with love, abundance. Just watch. Just watch. Inspiration. I'm hearing inspiration. Inspiration. No longer trying to protect yourself. Like working hard to protect yourself from what? From what, Spirit? From what? Something about like bringing your guard down and just stand there, wait, feel, and observe. Observe. The spring of life. Bring your boundary down and you will be renewed. The transformation is undergoing. The Temperance card. You see how he takes that water. You know, the Archangel of Temperance isn't really talked about, but it's one of the first archangels that came to me. The Archangel of Temperance. And I feel they're coming through here for you as well, whoever you are. And the Ace of Pentacles. There's so much, like literally so much. You're talking about downloads and inspiration. All of this stuff comes. When you stop feeding the monster. Your creature comforts are creature comforts because they're comforts that are for the creature. And so thus they feed your monster. That insatiable desire for validation from a partner, romantically, from friends, from family. How that intense desire then gets twisted into sexual desire and other sins like gluttony and sloth and all of these other things that then permeate your experience, and then partnered and coupled with shame, they just mount, and then that's your place of comfort. Those are your frequent haunts. The frequent haunts. That desire to want to pour over all of this water onto somebody in your life that you care about, that you just want to see. Not only do you want them to see you, but you just want to be of use and value to them. So you just pour over them all of what makes you unique and special. And all of these habits, small habits. They're saying small habits spread out everywhere, right? It's like a Starbucks every day, and how much that adds up to over the year, right? That energy of like a little bit here, a little bit there, none left to share. There's still a lot to learn, and that's good. That's okay. There's a lot to learn. It's a balancing act, and you're not there yet. You haven't hit like that resonance, that place of resonance. You're wondering why, and you're trying to punish yourself, or wondering like, what's wrong with me? Why is it not clicking? Why do I not have the relationship? Why is the abundance? Why is this not here? Why is that not here? Because you haven't your soul is not singing in this life yet. You're weighed down by other things, your creature comforts and your side quests and your frequent haunts. They've expired. They bring you but pennies to the complete fortune that awaits you. It's like borrowing pennies from your future fortune, or trading your future fortune for pennies in the now. Your soul it's not completely singing yet, not in this life, not in this body, and that doesn't mean that you're not along the way, that you're not a lot further, and that you're not a lot more aware and a lot more expanded and a lot more lit than you've ever been. Come off of it. I'm hearing come off of it. Come off of it. Thank you, Spirit. The Leo energy is intense. Okay, there's a Leo energy that's very intense. And I feel like it's coming through you. It's a lot of ego, inflamed ego. Your creature comforts, your side quests, your guilty pleasures, your frequent haunts. Kiss them goodbye. It's time to be alive.
If you made it here, chances are there's something you resonated with, whether it's my soul, my personality, the message itself, and perhaps there's more. There's a random video popping up on the screen. Maybe you should go find out.